Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard. This is Richard's channel, and I am bringing this. I think I may have made a video like this before, but it's about my audience, so please pay attention because I'm talking to you very directly at this moment. Something happened with one of my videos. Somebody who may have been someone I worked with before commented and didn't know her last name, so didn't know if it was her. Would still possibly could not have been her because it could have been somebody with the same last name. But that's one of those things. Before I go any further, of course, let me remind you that for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. I also do purchase these virtual challenges from the Conqueror. This one's Mount Everest. And every time I do that, I have them plant 5 trees in order to save the environment. So yes, anyway, so yeah, I believe it was on the video where I talked about getting COVID. This nice person had the decency to comment, and I actually have a rule for every channel that I watch. If I watch a video from that channel and that channel has under 100,000 subscribers, I insist on leaving a comment. Okay. The reason I do this is that's a growing channel. Growing channels deserve love, and I always try to do that. I always try to make that. So there are a lot of times I just comment to comment, and that's fine. And then you guys, I love it when you comment because I don't really get a lot of feedback from these videos. So comments tend to be helpful, and I've found out that yes, people I know have gone out there and subscribed to this channel, and they don't really talk to me all that much, and I don't really have the I don't know if it would be ability or reason or whatever it would be to really interact with them on a personal level, because I don't know where they are and I don't always recognize them. I should preface this with the fact that since all of my memory, I have suffered from nerve damage. Okay, I was beaten very badly around the age of maybe 3. Well, I took a lot of punishment as a kid. I'm one tough dude for it, but it's like I had rather rough family members who thought it would be funny to do things like smash my head into the floor and try to suffocate me. So yeah, as a result, there were times in my life I could not recognize people. Okay, I can recognize people now, but we don't really understand what parts of the brain have taken over to compensate for that. I mean, I was actually a witness in a trial, and the perpetrator, I saw a video of her doing the things that she did, so I knew it was her. But I mean, I really could have sworn that when she did them, her skin tone was very different. Maybe it was the camera, but I'm pretty sure it was my nerve damage. And that's happened to me on a couple of times. I meet someone for the first time, and then I meet them again, and they just look completely different to me. And why, I don't know. So it's not always evident. If you don't have a very distinct persona about you, if you're not a very distinctive kind of person, I may not recognize you. You may be someone who's known me for years. And I mean, it's like, I actually had someone, he was a very close friend in high school, ran into him at the store because he lives in the area. He was out there looking at me, and I was sitting there, I was about to say, what the hell's your problem, buddy? Because I didn't know who he was. Then the next day I'm like, oh, now I know who that dude. I could place the face. He had gained a lot of weight since I last saw him. Well, no, he hadn't. Last saw him, he had gained a lot of weight, but I haven't had very little interaction with him since he gained the weight. So there's that. Anyway, so this particular person who may have been somebody I met at work, I mentioned that the last person I knew with their first name had gone to Spain, which I believe this person, she went to Spain to pursue her education. And it was like, yeah, if you're that person, I'd like to know, because loved working with you. You were awesome, but also I don't try not to talk about work in this blog, or in this vlog, you would say, or on this channel, because my work can actually be very sensitive. I am a security officer, but I have worked with the homeless, and, of course, they deserve their privacy. And now I work at what would be considered a major terrorist target. So, there are actually rules about what I am allowed and not allowed to say about where I work. I'm not actually supposed to talk about, how many firearms are present on grounds, or the guard strength, or patrols, or anything like that. I'm not supposed to give out information about that because, you know, in the rarest possibility, somebody may turn around and say, hey, let's blow this place up. Now, I've worked at dozens of places in my life that could be considered terrorist targets, from there being simply a large number of people there to them making parts for the military, all that kind of stuff. And so I could tell you, this is not that rare. A lot of security places have some kind of a relative importance to our industrial complex. But it's just one of those things. I have a rule. Things that happen at work are considered confidential no matter what they are for 10 years. And further, under no circumstances am I supposed to divulge the names of the people I work with in video form. I mean, I try to avoid that at all, but it's like I write regularly. Some of you may know I have a blog where I write letters to a friend of mine. And yeah, what we're eventually trying to get to is the point where that blog is updated 10 years in advance, and all the things that are happening to me are not noted for 10 years. There's that 10-year gap. That blog is currently derelict at the moment. There's not much going on there, but that's a different story entirely. So what's the point of this video? The point of this video is, if you're a subscriber to this channel and you're somebody from my past and you know me, it is probably a good idea for you to bring that up, because I may not recognize your name, and unless you have a picture up, I have no idea. It could be somebody with just the same name, so it's very hard for me to navigate that. So if I don't recognize you, don't be offended. It's not your fault. Just remember, you can see me, I can't see you. Your interaction with me, I don't know how many people that you comment to on YouTube. Me, I get comments all the time from random people. So you may be commenting on this channel thinking, yes, I've commented on this guy several times and he knows who I am. I may just read the comment and not even look at the name because I might be doing something. It's possible I could forget who you are without meaning to. So I apologize for that. Bit of logistics. Just letting you know. Anyway. I'm Richard. Roar! Danger Ducky says, it would be unbearable if you don't comment, like, and subscribe.